Are we live?
We are live. John Jr. here from Arizona Street. The first podcast with introducing Mr. Louie.
Dan Lewandowski, a.k.a. Louie.
The bigger.
The Biggs Harper.
Menor.
And Menor. So we'd like to get this started. We want to talk about the Eagles' upcoming game today, 1 o'clock Chicago Bears tip. We want to recap last night's Sixers come from behind big victory. Solid victory. So let's get the thing started. Let's recap the Sixers game. Great game. They were down about 12, 15 points the entire game. The last stretch, 8 minutes, going back and forth from the UFC fight to the Sixers. Electric come from behind victory. Ben Simmons bangs 2 free throws. I for one, didn't think he had that in him. Sparked quite a controversy at the McVay household last night. I threw out I would take Dame Lillard right now over Ben Simmons, and I think we go to a Warrior Dynasty level. I think Matt Menor agrees.
I would more than agree.
Dan, you guys want to take it and kind of tell me your thoughts on that?
So the basis of this is that Dame Lillard on the Sixers, with Joel Embiid currently constructed, would win a championship. Not just this year, but would have last year. Would have beat the Kawhi Leonard Raptors and the Warriors. That is one of the most absurd comments I've ever heard in my life. Joel hasn't completed a playoff series. He hasn't played all games in a playoff series, and he's our best player. But we're going to bank on him playing with Dame Lillard to win a championship.
Well, no, yeah, I think Dame Lillard would lead that team.
No, and I think here's the point that's being missed right now. The Sixers, as constructed, with Ben and Embiid on the floor in crunch time, do not have floor spacing. So with a Dame Lillard and his ability to knock down 35-foot three-pointers, which we saw last night on multiple occasions in big-ticket moments, that makes Embiid better. That makes the team better. Gives you that deep threat. Again, I don't think this is a shot at Ben. I just think we lack that deep threat. Now, my argument, and this is my opinion, and I think it could go both ways. I know you talked about the defensive end of the side of things too. You kind of want to talk about Ben.
Are we also basing it off of you're taking Dame at age 28?
That's
are we also basing that on it?
I think it's just. I mean, obviously, we're talking about hypotheticals, so I think it's today. If you replace Ben with a Dame Lillard, are we better?
Yeah,
or
but
worse?
it's not in a vacuum. Because if you take Dame on the team now, in 3 years he's going to be 31, and then your window's shut.
Yeah.
You have Ben at 23.
Dude, that's not even the argument. The other thing is, you guys are taking small. It's not small. Obviously, you can't shoot the ball, but Dame Lillard can shoot the ball from the outside. That's fine. Simmons defends any position on the floor. He rebounds. He passes the ball. He does everything at an elite level. I understand he can't fucking shoot a 3-point shot, but he scores. He can still score. So it's not like he's averaging 9 points a game. The guy can still fucking score.
No,
so it's
we're concerned.
You're discounting all the things that he does well,
correct?
And then you're just saying, all right, well, he can't shoot a 3.
No,
it doesn't matter.
All the things he does really well aren't that valuable late in games and crunch time.
Rebounding and playing defense isn't valuable in a fucking late game.
Dude, when you look at the fourth quarter points, he doesn't score in the fourth quarter. So if you're not scoring in the fourth quarter,
in crunch time, he won the game last night. He forced the steal, got the bucket, and then hit the free throws.
You're talking about the 5th game of the season. I'm talking about when you're in.
You're talking about the 5th game of the season.
I think
Game 7 last year of the finals.
No, I think it's a healthy argument.
Semifinals.
Ben is an interesting. He's interesting.
Polarizing.
Yeah, he is.
Because he can't shoot ball, so it's something that no one really sees.
So it affects J.J. Redick. It affected everybody.
No, but it's a skill that he doesn't have. It's kind of unreal.
Well, let me ask you: will it ever come?
No.
Okay.
I think it will.
And you think it will?
I don't think it will.
I think championships hinge on him getting a jump shot.
Yeah, and my frustration with him comes. I believe we have a little bit of a Markelle Fultz situation with.
I think he's a mental midget.
Yeah, I think he's a mental midget. He's scared of what people think if he misses a shot, if he airballs a shot, and that's what's more scary to me than him not even trying a jump shot.
Yeah,
is
to
the fact
piggyback on
that
that is one of the worst. I think the worst things that could have ever happened to him was when he hit the 3 at the preseason game.
No, cheer.
And they treated it like they won the fucking
Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was absurd.
Yeah.
He had you have to be a little bit embarrassed by that.
Well, let's talk about that team, the team from Hong Kong. Did you think they were an NBA caliber team that Ben was slicing and dicing?
The Wizards?
Well,
It was but it's comical. I mean,
the Celtics weren't any fucking trash.
yeah. So I think Ben's always, and I think as you watch more of these videos, I think you'll come to find out that Ben is a topic of conversation. That
So my
pushes a
main,
lot
my
of
main
buttons.
thing with him is, like, it's year 3, you've now maxed him, and he has no jump shot. Outside of Shaq, I don't
He's
know
like
if that's ever...
23 years
I don't,
old.
outside of Shaq, I don't know if there's any guy that's been maxed with no jump shot.
LeBron was
LeBron came out...
Does Giannis
he-
have a jump shot?
That's good point, but he shoots the ball. He's a
He
threat.
literally just started
and
shooting
not
last
shoot the
year.
ball.
No, that's not true.
No,
Yes, it
and
is.
Giannis
It's
is
not
now
true.
he's shooting the three.
LeBron's
I mean,
26 years old.
He doesn't
You gotta
take
remember,
shots. Yeah.
Dude, Ben hasn't attempted a 3 in a game.
Al
Not
Horford will
one.
put the fucking.
Yeah, you need to go back. We'll pull up the stats in a
I'll-
different video.
I'll-
Giannis
we can
did
make a
not.
bet live
His
right
first
now.
2 to
Let's
3
make a bet.
years.
No.
Giannis' first 2 to 3
He's
years.
shot in full court and half court shots. You're saying he never. There's a stat out there where he shot a 3.
Yeah, oh yeah, like launched
You're
him.
saying never.
Like he
full.
never in a set offense have shot a 3 ever.
Yeah, Giannis' first couple years he didn't
How
either.
much do you want to bet he did?
That he regularly took shots.
No,
What did
He
you
shot
shot?
a three.
15%.
Yeah, Ben has shot a 3.
That is not.
No, he hasn't.
Joe, that's not the point. I don't care if you shoot 20%. I don't care.
No, I
I
understand
don't
your
get
point.
that argument either.
Because
So
it
you want the
opens
guy
the-
to go 0 for 10?
No, but you.
Do I want him to
Guys
do that?
don't even
No,
have to go
but
for it,
if you start going 2 for 10 a game, then next year
I
you
do.
go 3
I
for
do
10.
agree with
No,
that.
that,
Where
but
it's
that's
like-
not how it's going to progress. He's not going to go 0 for 10 and then all of a sudden go 4 for 10.
You don't
No
have
one
to-
not
said-
gonna
no
make
one said
shots.
that.
I think we just want to see volume shots. That's
Yeah,
it.
but so if he's not making shots, they're not going to guard him. Why are they
They
going to guard him?
don't even
if
have
he's
to
not
think
making
about it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
they
but if
will.
he's
That's
not
where you're
making
wrong.
it,
That's
where
where
Yeah,
you're
you.
wrong.
I agree. I agree.
Bro,
I
they
do
don't
agree
guard
with that.
Giannis now.
Dude, he's an NBA player. We've watched the videos. He can shoot.
Yeah.
So he can make a jump shot.
Who?
Ben.
We've all seen
Yes,
it.
I understand that, but if you watch Giannis, when Giannis goes to shoot a 3, they don't
And
close
just
out
to be
on him.
very
They
clear,
let him
you
shoot
keep
the 3.
comparing him to Giannis. Giannis takes games over. Ben does not take games
Yes,
over.
Giannis also just started
Yeah,
doing that.
So
it's
yeah,
about
I think
2 years.
let's
But before we get off the Sixers, I know you want to get off the. People like to gloss over the fact that, and they all want to bash on Ben. The kid doesn't have a shot. He's the reason you want to give all the clout to our 7-2 center. That guy hasn't showed up in one playoff series.
Yeah, I'll say this.
That guy hasn't showed up.
Simmons
In
has
one,
showed up in more playoff.
that
games.
guy hasn't showed up in one playoff series.
And I think we have an argument there. I'm a ride or die Joel Embiid guy, and I'll go down on that chip.
Yes.
But
Which is
Is
fine.
he
I
gonna
do
get-
the same with Ben.
is he
But
gonna
with
get sick again
Ben,
this year?
with Ben,
Hey, it's
I
a-
at least admit his flaws.
Yeah, I
Nobody will touch Embiid's flaws.
no, I agree.
No,
I think
he's a problem. I think he's starting to learn how to get out of a double team.
still.
I
Well,
think he turns the ball over late in games.
I think he's sloppy still.
Yeah,
He's careless.
And actually, I don't think his footwork is as good as people think, to be honest with you.
But when he falls, he's a freight train.
Yeah,
on
he's,
the
he's
ground.
like
He's
a
so
baby
clumsy.
deer. Yeah.
But I want to go back to the fight. That knockout last night, the high kick was out of this world.
Yeah.
The,
Did you see
I
it was
know.
unbelievable.
I saw.
Yeah,
I
Kevin
didn't
Lee.
watch that though.
Dude, that guy literally looked like he was
That's
dead.
because Bigger was asking how the fights were
He
before that. I
almost
said the
fell through
first,
the cage.
the first couple fights, they were all knockouts.
Yeah.
They were
It was
awesome.
a pretty good card outside of the
That's why I'll always say, like, when you talk to people about, like, boxing versus
Yeah.
UFC, like, it's not even close.
No,
Did
I
you
don't think
see
it's close either.
Canelo?
I
Drive?
think
It's
No.
No,
astonishing
yeah.
how
That shit was at, like,
little
2 in the
talent
morning.
boxing has now. Like big name guys.
There's two
where
things
it's
with
like-
boxing.
Well, did you
The
guys see-
clear action entertainment with UFC is better, and then the other thing of there's so many bodies and promoters and belts, like, and people can duck people. Like the UFC, like Dana White's like, yo,
have
you
to
need to
fight.
fight this guy. If you're not fighting him, you don't have a job.
Oh,
We actually had this
Yeah,
conversation.
Yeah, I'll tell you
We
what,
had a conversation at the wedding
I would
last night
trash Tyson.
about the NCAA doing that. Why don't they force teams to play each other?
Better in football, better
Yeah,
schedules.
because for example,
Because there's confidence.
Clemson. I know, but Clemson plays Wofford.
Well, I
Yeah,
think
that-
part of it is there's
like-
money involved. Like Walford
And
gets
I get
paid
that,
for that.
but the NCAA makes billions of dollars.
Yeah,
So like, fucking spend money.
So I will tell you, in my playing days at LaSalle, Appalachian
Are there
State,
quotes around that?
Appalachian, yeah, there are quotes. Appalachian State called LaSalle my senior year for us to travel down to Appalachian State when they were actually good. They would have paid us $400,000 to come get our dicks.
Was that around? Was that around when they beat
Yeah, it was
Michigan?
like 2 years
That's
after they
probably
beat Michigan.
same
They still had that
That was my
quarterback.
quarterback?
freshman year of college, yeah.
I
Wait,
would
who
have
was
not
that?
gotten on the
What was
bus.
that guy's name? He had
He played in the NFL.
Yeah,
It's
he
basically
played-
it's a tune-up game, but
Yeah,
people would have died from LaSalle.
He definitely had.
You guys
some-
would have got beat by like 7.
I would have not played.
That kid would have ran all over the place.
I was
Shoulders
playing,
hurt.
like, they were playing your science game,
Yeah.
like,
I mean,
42.
that's what I mean. It's like they
You were
would-
losing
they
to
would have been
science
like
by
90.
35?
Dude,
We lost 28-0.
yeah, they're, John, damn, this
Steve
four,
Phillips played for them.
damn,
Yeah.
his 4-year record was like.
Was he on the team when you played?
435.
No, we were. Oh yeah, we won like freshman and sophomore year. We were like
Van Wright was
What
on
was,
that
what was
team,
your
too.
4-year record there?
Yeah, Vince will. My cousin Vince loves the text because following an 0-10 season, LaSalle has decided to drop the program. Still one of Vince's favorite text messages.
Do they still play football?
No, they canceled the program. Well, the reason they canceled the program is a kid on our team had a concussion and they allowed him to play 2 weeks later and he got blindsided. That dude Kane. I wasn't there. It was an away game. They called the game in 4 minutes. Like he got blindsided on a punt return. His head, he was still in there. He shouldn't have been playing.
Yeah, he was still.
He started bleeding. He started having seizures on the field.
Oh, shit.
And
Oh, wow.
they airlifted him. They called it. Hey, he's still not a.
Like now?
Yeah, he's not a veg. He's not. He's doing better. No, but there's a big lawsuit. I think LaSalle ended up settling for like $15 million. But enough of my.
Let's get into the birds.
Yeah. So we got a.
About 8 minutes till
Yeah,
the
we
kickoff.
got kickoff.
Big game
105.
today.
Chicago
Big game
Eagles.
today.
Big game.
We're
Sean Jackson's
what,
back.
4-4?
4-4.
Currently
4-4.
4-4. Cowboys are 5-4, just coming off a bye. Cowboys got a tough schedule coming up though.
Yeah.
There's a very good
They do.
chance they
It's
go
interesting.
5.
Eagles schedule remaining. They got the Bears, bye, Pats, Seahawks, and I think the Dolphins. So I think there's 4 big games left. It's the today's Bears game, the Pats game, the Seattle game, and then the Cowboys. Everybody else, I think Giants twice,
Winnable, very
Redskins
winnable
once,
games.
and the Dolphins.
It's the third easiest schedule finishing out forward.
Whose is ours?
So Big, why don't you give me a little take on the Eagles today and through the end of the season?
I mean, today I honestly, God, I think they beat the Bears by 2 touchdowns. Like Mitch Trubisky might be the worst starting quarterback in the NFL. So as long as they can
He's
move,
not, is he? No.
But he stinks.
I mean,
He's bad.
aside from the guys that are fucking in and out, like, I mean, do you think Minshew
Put
is
it this
better
way,
than
put
him?
it this way. He might be the worst quarterback that ever made a Pro Bowl.
Well, that's a joke because
I know, I
I
have to
actually
see it.
saw a disrespectful picture the other day. It was him next to Mahomes and Sean Watson. And
Well, that's
the
it.
bottom comment goes, because Sean Watson said, whoever passes on me, they're passing on the Michael. Or,
Michael
actually, yeah, it was Dabo Sweeney. He said, you're
Dabo
passing on
Sweeney.
Michael Jordan. And he's
Well,
dabbing him up at the Pro Bowl. I was
He's
like, that's a tough
he's
look.
kind of right now.
Well, that's the other thing that people
Sean Watson's
forget.
the man.
They traded up and drafted him 3 in that Deshaun
Yeah,
Mahomes
and
draft.
Mahomes and
Wait,
Watson
say that,
went
who,
later.
Mitch? They trade up for Mitch?
Yeah,
They traded up to
he was the
Mitch's
first quarterback taken.
2,
Or 3.
and Mahomes and Watson were in that draft.
They took him to one spot? They traded up one spot. Yeah.
Yeah, they traded up once.
We got Mark in the corner, give him a little
Stat guy.
He is our stat guy.
yeah. Jersey
but-
born, watches
here-
the Texans.
No,
Two touchdown
to
W.
cap it off, 2 touchdown W. I honestly, I think he might be the worst starting quarterback in the NFL. So if they can move the ball then at all, they will 100%.
Well, what do
get by 2
you
touchdowns.
think about the Sixers? Interesting take this morning. I was going through Instagram, little EDP, eat that pussy 445 had a take. Sidney Jones, that trash ass corner, he hates him more than King fucking Dunlap.
Well, they're-
Got a kick out of it. What do you think of Sidney Jones and the cornerback
He's
group?
a healthy scratch.
I think they actually are healthier.
Interesting.
We talked about this a little earlier.
He's a healthy scratch.
Sidney Jones healthy scratch.
Who cares?
I actually think we're starting to get healthy. You're gonna get Deshaun back.
Yeah, that's
you
what-
got Jalen Mills.
that's
coming
what we were
back, you
talking
got Ronald Darby coming back. These guys won a chip.
Yeah.
At the end of
I mean
the day.
that is the secondary that literally won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. So like,
I mean, as they might not be elite,
I still
but
think
they
our
can
linebackers
get it
stink.
done. Our
Linebackers
linebackers
are
are
really
hard,
good.
but the defensive line's actually.
I think ultimately,
the defense in general stinks.
he's kind of
So,
right
I
though.
mean,
It's gonna come down to 11. 11's gonna have to be a super.
Yeah, and you know what? I think
11 needs to play like the 4th quarter of last week.
Yeah, and he needs to be. You need to start being Russell Wilson.
He needs to-
Yeah,
You need to put
yeah,
the team
I
and
agree
Kate
with
on your
He needs to
back.
take over the offense, start getting no huddles going, audibling. Like,
no, but
I
the one
agree
thing he
with
needs to
you,
do
though.
with the Russell Wilson, like you just got to make plays. Like
Correct.
at some point, like
If you have to run the ball, you have to run
at
the
some
ball.
point you have to win the game.
Correct.
Like you can't just say, the guy dropped the ball. Like
My,
you gotta
My problem
spread
is-
around, make plays. Like do what you need to do.
at some
Finish
point,
the
you're
ball.
right, I agree, but I feel as if like early in the season, we ask them to do that every game, all play.
I disagree with that though. They put him in positions where it's like
We were down by 10.
he makes throws, but like there's other
Yeah,
like,
Doug hasn't put him in great
yeah.
shape.
I think schematically like they don't put them in. I mean their offense just
Who
isn't
wins?
creative at all.
Well,
That's
Deshaun,
the one.
Deshaun going down was huge. Like,
That's one thing I want to touch on. Like somebody needs to answer the like. Doug P has been dog shit
Yeah, he
since
has.
everybody left.
Yeah.
Since
No,
right
not only
left,
him,
since Steve
Howie's,
Blanco left.
Howie has been bad.
And Joey Douglas has moved on.
Yeah,
Howie.
And the Frank Wrights have
Yeah,
moved
but
on.
what,
So
like,
now it's
if
like,
you look,
Now it's like
if you
who
look back and
was
like, what did
calling
Joe
shots?
Douglas actually draft? He's the one who he was in charge of the Sidney Joneses, the Rasul, like all those guys we drafted. Like,
I don't
know. To me, in the NFL, every year we watch a draft, and it's like you get excited when they take these guys, and you're like, man, they're a step ahead. And I always feel like the good teams, like the Patriots, the Steelers, they draft like the people we want. We should take that guy, and then they don't. The
Correct.
Eagles always take
the
like,
non-exciting.
yeah, and it's like, why don't you take the guy from the Georgias, the
Yeah,
Alabamas?
correct.
That's, but we just don't.
There's a reason all
we,
the
we,
guys-
love, we love the Pac-12.
Taking
so it's like-
tweeners from the Division III schools.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason the SEC is good.
Yes.
The fucking
Purpose
guys in
is
the
what he's
conference
They're
are
the
all-
best in high school, the best in college. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
game
bigger,
changer.
they're
They're not
faster.
going to change
Yeah,
the NFL.
Where was
Yeah, they're
Donald
bigger, faster,
Humphrey
stronger.
from?
Like,
Donald
San Diego
Humphrey.
State.
I don't even want
Yeah.
to talk about
No,
Donald
no,
Humphrey.
but that's what I mean. Like that 2017
I think I'm a better
draft,
football player.
There's
There's
Dalvin
13
Cook going,
starting
Kamara
right.
going, all these guys are going. We waited for Donald
And then
Humphrey.
traded up to get him.
He's not even in the NFL anymore.
Yeah.
He's on our practice squad for a little bit last year. That's cool.
But Doug needs to open up. Our offense is so bland and vanilla. It's
Well, you got to stick with the running
They started
game.
last week. They started the screen game.
Yeah,
They
Miles
they
and
brought it back.
a Dallas
shocker. Like
What's
it's
what I mean?
working.
screen.
All right, red zone's about to start. So you find.
All right, hold hard tape.
What's,
Zach Ertz isn't as good as Dallas Goedert.
I love it. I actually would agree with that.
I would trade Zach Ertz in a heartbeat.
So would
Here's my take for
Back to the trade deadline, though, I think Howie completely blew that. You needed to go out and you needed to get one of these guys, whether it was Clowney earlier on.
Go around real
or,
quick. Winner, player of the game.
Player of the game, I think it's going to be Deshaun Jackson. I was looking for prop bets, can't find one. I think he's going to be a beast today. I think we're going to win the game like 27-13.
That's exactly what I was going to say. 27-10. I think we crushed them.
Yeah.
Player of the
I
game.
think their fucking offense sucks. Player of the game, Carson Wentz.
I'm gonna go Birds. 24-10. Miles Sanders.
Wow. Back to back.
Yeah,
You're big on the Miles Sanders guy, huh?
I'm gonna go
Gotta
Birds
hold the ball.
24-7, and I think Andre Dillard is player of the game. Stuffs Khalil Mack.
Wow, that was something we did not touch on at all.
Gives.
He needs to put his big boy pants on.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's going to be contingent
Yeah.
on Wentz staying upright, the running game getting established, passing game.
Agreed.
But that's one thing. You can make a fucking
So what was your-
game for yourself.
what was your
in
score?
Philadelphia.
24-10.
Before you turn that off, though, the night game, is it tonight? The Ravens,
Yeah,
Pats?
Ravens Pats.
That's going to be
We
a
got a
great
little buff
game.
chick in the oven. That's
Let's
right.
go, Birds!